Hello and welcome to this lecture on setting up our environment. For this, I have already opened here Visual Studio Code, and if you can't see the terminal at the bottom right, then you can go to View, Terminal, or use the corresponding shortcut, and you are now in the working folder. The first thing that we are going to do here is actually we are going to create our Conda environment, and for this we need to run the following command. Conda create -n. Here we have to provide some name. I'm going to call my environment segmentation, and I'm also going to install a specific Python version, which is 3.10, because all my code was developed with this version, and I want to make sure that everything is working in the exact same way on your computer. So now we just have to proceed and click yes, and now the environment is set up on your system, and in a second it's available. Very well. Now you can see here the command for changing into this environment. For this we just have to type conda activate segmentation. Perfect. You can see at the beginning of the string in the brackets the name of the environment. Always make sure that you are in this environment when you are installing some packages, because later on the scripts that we are going to develop are going to run inside this environment, and if you install a package in a different environment, you cannot use it in our environment called segmentation. So this is a typical problem that you might face in the end. Good, now this environment is empty. The first thing is to install PyTorch. And for this you can head over to the PyTorch page, and here you can see it. If you go to pytorch.org and click on the Get Started button, then you can see here the different options to start locally. Here you have many different options of selecting different operating systems, different versions. You can select between Conda and pip, and also whether you have just a CPU or also some GPU that you can use for the training, which is speeding up the training a lot. So here I'm going to select the following options. I'm going to work with the stable version for Windows. I'm going to use pip, then the language Python, and since I have some GPU, I can select this CUDA support option. If you don't have a GPU, that's totally fine. Just select the CPU and you're ready to go. Now we can just copy this and paste it to the command line. Actually, here on Windows it's pip and not pip3. So this is now the line that we are going to run and which is going to be installed in our environment. Good, this might take some minutes, so I will just pause the video and we will see back once this is installed. All right, that worked out. You can see here the different packages were installed successfully. That's nice. Now the next packages that we're going to install are much smaller, because this one was really a big block. Now the next ones are really small things, something like Patchify, which we're going to use to create smaller patches out of larger images. That's one thing. And the next one that we're going to install is ipykernel, pip install ipykernel. This is to have the ability to run this interactive coding window at the right hand side next to our code. You can see here there are some dependencies which need to be installed as well. And then the next one that we're going to use is Seaborn, just to create some simple visualizations. And once this is done, we need to install a package which is allowing us to easily make use and adapt some segmentation models. And this package is called Segmentation Models PyTorch. So this is what we're going to install now. Segmentation Models PyTorch. I will put all of this in the description so that you can copy paste it from there. And the last one is a package that we need for interacting with the images, which is OpenCV Python. Alright, I forgot one, and this is a package which is allowing us to get access to different metrics, and it's directly linked to PyTorch, so it's called Torch Metrics. And now we are done. So I hope that this worked out on your end as well. I tried to create some environment file or some requirements.txt, but actually it didn't work out, so we had to install the packages manually. But since the number of packages was not too large, I think that was still okay. Good, but now we are ready to go. We can just make a quick test. Let's just call it test.py. Just to check finally that everything is working, we can select our interpreter, which is segmentation. This is the environment that we have just created. And now I create a chunk with this hashtag %%. And we can just easily try to load the most important package, which is Torch. If we click on Run Cell, you can see that the connection to the kernel is created. And this interactive window is opened at the right-hand side. And if this is loaded successfully, I could consider this a pass. And I'm expecting that all the other packages are also running as well. Let's just see and wait until the green checkmark is there. Actually, here we are. Perfect. So now we are ready to go. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next lecture.